What is going on, everybody? I hope you're all well, and welcome back to Final Fantasy. Here at the church, let's meet Jill and Cid. They all came at different times. Sneaking in nice and discreet. I imagine it's no small feat destroying a Mothercrystal. I also imagine there's a lot of people that would want to stop us. People like Joffrey and his dad like the way that things are. They don't want to ruin that order.
Any trouble on the way?
None worth mentioning.
As I was telling Jill, it's worse than I thought. The capital's crawling with soldiers.
And here I am, the deserter come home.
Which is why we'll be taking the back door.
So based on my understanding, even that lantern, since it's a crystal, that's drawing on ether from the world to light that, correct? So all these lanterns are actually doing their own part in killing the world too. Human laziness at its finest. We made it in, huh? Doesn't this place look regal?
Cheer up, you two. Can't think of a safer place in the Empire than a... brothel.
Really? Doesn't seem very private.
Well, I suppose everybody here would have enough shame to not have prying eyes. It's a big bag of coin.
So then, how do we proceed?
We'll be using the glass gate. Tonight, just after sunset.
Where the shards are loaded for transport. That is one of the most heavily guarded points in all of Sanbreque.
But not the most, which is a start.
Points for
Besides,
positive
I
attitude.
know a shortcut straight to the heart.
A shortcut. And how exactly did you come to know about this fatal chink in the Empire's armor?
Let's just say I may have attempted something similar before. And may have ended up running for dear life after being discovered by Bahamut, but that's not important.
Cid, if the Mother Crystals truly are the cause of the Blight,
If you wound me, Jill.
what I'm trying to say is, if the powers that be know all of this, why do they sit idle and allow it to continue?
In case you haven't noticed, the God-fearing people of this realm and their pious leaders care for but one thing, themselves. And they'll do whatever it takes to hold on to power. The rest of us are just a means to an end. The moment you raise your voice against them, you're decried as an outlaw, clapped in irons and slung in a cell to rot.
An outlaw.
Whoever controls the crystals controls the realm. But our kind can wield magic without them. To our rulers, we must seem the most convenient of tools. And the most dangerous.
But what makes them think they have the right to use us?
Nobility
to leave us
born.
to die when our bodies are spent.
Does
See
a noble
themselves as
weep for a
above the
broken rod?
rest.
A torn tunic.
Exactly. Believe they were born
Our
special.
fate means nothing to them. No, this isn't a battle you can win with words. Believe me, I've tried, but nothing ever gets through. The world is simply not ready to listen. So to hell with talking. If they won't give us a say, we'll decide our fates another way. You can't blame a man for wanting to bring an end to all this, can you?
I can't. But what of all the people you mean to rob of their comforts? Are you happy for them to call you outlaw?
Cid the Outlaw. Ah, that'll do me.
It does have a ring to it.
You might at least pretend to take this seriously.
Have a little faith, Jill. even if you don't think much of my choice of digs. If it means my deeds will be remembered, I'll gladly play the role of villain.
I suppose being a villain or not depends on if you win or
We
not.
have a gate to crash, and once we're in, there'll be no turning back. So you best make ready. The world won't save itself.
Alright, now, before we dip into any of this, do we have any side quests anywhere? It does not look like we do. But a ton of unexplored map down here. Imagine we're still got quite a lot to go. And assume these are the different kingdoms. Right. Drake's Head. In majestic silence has Drake's Head ever stood vigil over the Empire of Sanbreque and its bejeweled capital. You have reached a pivotal moment in the story. If you continue, you will not be able to return. Proceed. No time like the present.
There are not nearly enough men here.
Then it's fortunate the city guard doesn't take sentry assignment as seriously as you do. This bodes well.
That'll be a first. This may not be such a terrible plan
It
after
would
all.
also be the first time one of Sid's
what exactly
shortcuts
is that
went off
supposed to
without a
mean?
hitch.
Only that your last secret shortcut was nowhere near as secret as you claimed.
Indeed.
But that's half the fun of it. Life's too short for perfect plans. You want a plan that'll keep you on your toes, stop you growing old and complacent.
Worked for you, has it?
Clive, my boy, even life's smallest challenges offer the opportunity to grow and to change.
That's
You must
true. at
embrace
least.
these moments. Allow them to suffuse your heart with a deep sense of fulfillment.
Narrowly escaping death at the hands of an enemy is not my idea of fulfillment.
Something wrong?
Not at all. Just wondering if the two of you had finished.
Right. We make for the Mothercrystal's heart as planned.
Enjoying the show, was she?
Destroy it and the whole thing should come tumbling down.
Perhaps.
And if the passage to the inner sanctum is guarded?
Then we embrace the moment and use it to grow and change.
Embrace the moment. That'll be the name of this episode. I'll make sure I remember to call it that. The Crystal's Curse.
Come on, this way. Try to stay out of sight.
Obviously.
It's not always that obvious.
Don't worry, the passage is empty.
Then why are you crouched in stealth? Well, hold that thought, Sid. There's chests to be opened. 800 gil is huge. That is the chunkiest chest we've ever opened. You could totally just roll under this. Are you gonna let me? But there's maybe a little sneaky side path.
All right, not quite empty.
Of course not.
Let's get this over with.
Well, it should be interesting.
I swear this passage is
Of course it did.
perfect plans, Clive. Perfect plans.
Good boy as always, Toggle. Happy to have you along.
They never stood a chance.
You're welcome.
I'm an expert door kicker.
the main tunnel.
That would be my guess. There are sentries everywhere.
Sit in his shortcuts. At least Torgal doesn't have to crouch. Out here throwing my back out. There's one little, like,
And all good things
understated thing in games.
we might
How much it would hurt to crouch walk like you do in video games.
Captain, to arms!
So the quads would be burning by the end of that.
My wounds, boy!
He looks like a chunky boy.
I think this may be the moment I was talking about earlier.
Embrace the change.
What have we here? More insects come to be squashed? You will find my mortar and I only too happy to oblige.
He has a mortar. Whoa, this looks like it's gonna be fun.
Then let's shut him up.
It's a combo.
Not this time. Not this time.
Damn, this dude's chunky.
You feel that? Something in the air.
Ether. It's ether.
Then we better make this quick.
Okay, let's try this. This dude is kind of pissing me off. Well, this is quite effective, isn't it?
Why won't you die?
I got hit way too much in this encounter.
Bollocks. He's gonna Kashyyyk.
Poor wretch.
Save your pity. You'll get none in return. There's nothing left of him but hatred and rage.
Let's end his torment. Too slow.
Did not expect him to insta combo that.
Not this time.
Let's be a little more careful in this fight. We're using too much.
Torgal! That'll help. My wounds, boy.
That's my fucking combo already. Man, his combos are nuts.
Not this time.
Fuck myself here. That was not a good fight from my end. I mean, it was a fun fight, but very poorly fought. That was like stitched together barely. It was very chaotic. My brain was not working during that encounter. Ignition damage. 12% is a quite chunky increase to that. I have to look at what ignition is.
I'll never get used to that. Akashic or no, he was still a man. A man who drowned in ether.
It's no way for anyone to go.
Come on.
God, duty's a death sentence in this place. Not that Sylvester cares.
We need potions. We gotta re-up on some stuff after that. Yeah, that was a tough fight. I pulled that out of my ass. I could not get a read on his abilities at all.
Breathe deep of the blessing, my friends. Who said being a dominant doesn't have its benefits?
Cid, this is an ether flood.
There shouldn't be one here, should there? The workers couldn't survive this.
Well, it wasn't here last time, I can tell you that. Which means we need to be quick. The ether won't hurt us, but I'd rather not find out what it's done to everyone else.
Well, our good friend Torgal here isn't a dominant, so he can't be holding up very good down here. Breathing all this stuff in. I see more soldiers up ahead.
The miners. The gods.
Too far gone. The ether's made monsters of them. All we can do now is put them out of their misery.
Isabella says she thought the Empire might be planning to abandon the capital. Could this be why?
What? He said you could call her Isabel. Never mind. If ever there was a reason to up sticks, an ether flood would be it. Oh, those guards at the gate. They weren't there to keep people out.
They were there to keep the Akashic in.
Come on, it's right there. Ah. He's not gonna let us under that. I guess we'll keep an eye on circling back around for. Perhaps it's because I'm a little tired here too. It's 4 in the morning right now. Just having a hard time putting this game down. Easy jump for Torgal.
Doesn't look that far. Right. Whoa, whoa. Some help.
Hold on!
Well, now you owe us one, Cid.
Not quite as spry as I used to be.
I'll take that as a thank you.
Look on the bright side, eh? At least you won't get lost.
The kind of humor is always a pleasure. The kind of attitude is what keeps morale high in messed up situations. Warcry. Some opponents will use the ability Warcry to invigorate themselves, enhancing their performance in battle. Look for the sword plus icon and try and defeat them before they can deal too much damage.
That's enough! Stay down! It's over! It's over!
So these are just regular people, right? But they spent too much time down here in the ether mines and turned into Kashyyyk, are they calling them? Akashyyyk, the irreversible change brought about by a living being's overexposure to ether. Creatures are stripped of any intelligence or sense of self they may once have had, and become suffused with life force, usually manifesting as extreme strength and aggression. Flora can also turn, resulting in their twisted overgrowth. Those with ethereal tolerance, however, such as dominants and bearers, are less likely to turn Akashyyyk or Akashic. Ether floods. Pools of concentrated ether that form on the land's surface, thought to be caused by an imbalance in its diffusion beneath. Though ether is usually invisible, at flood level concentrations it takes on a blue glow. Those with a natural ethereal tolerance can survive exposure to a flood, at least for a short time. But most living things will eventually succumb to its effect, losing their minds and turning akashic. They become hollow. Sneak in a Dark Souls reference. Throw me a bone with some potions, guy. I've been waiting for a random high potion. It looks like we get limit break quite quickly. We already have all 4 bars again. Doesn't seem like it's that hard to build up, so I think I can start using that a little more sparingly. I'm saving it for big encounters. Okay, well that topped us off to around full health, I think. No Warcry for you. Now, if the dude with the cannon was anything to go off, there's gonna be some hefty fights down here in these mines. Dadbod with the cannon is the closest I've come to dying this whole game so far. Had a harder time dodging his attacks than I did Garuda. Okay, so let's hit him with some stuff in the range first. Time dodging these big boy attacks. There we go. Set him down for a second. Down the hammer on that. Okay, that went better. It was as better as it could. It wasn't a boss, but gotta wake my brain up a little. I'm gonna be dealing with some tough stuff down here. Good bro coffee. Still waiting on that high potion game. coral sword.
I see the reply.
What do we have here? Let's take a look at the coral sword. That is 185. Interesting. Coral, while razor sharp, is also painfully brittle, which is why its use in all but the most primitive of weapons is almost unheard of. This sword of unknown provenance, however, is possessed of a remarkable rigidity, while maintaining an edge that rivals that of Odin's blade. Okay.
Is that wooden door with something a little more sturdy?
Certainly looks cool.
On the count of 3?
What happened to 2?
Ask one.
Once more.
Aye, seeing as you're trying now.
I like Cid.
As if that was going to keep us out.
Well, this place looks fun, doesn't it?
The Mothercrystal's just up ahead.
Is it? I can't see a thing.
Well, unless someone's moved it.
Or it's gone. Given that there's an Epa flood, maybe it exploded or something. This thing with the fireball is a neat trick. Literally a spell in Skyrim. Okay, well, the Mothercrystal is still there. And it looks like it's in pieces.
There's no one about.
I knew it would be big,
This is very pretty.
but this...
There. That's our way into the inner sanctum.
So they just build their entire city around this Mothercrystal, huh?
You'd think they'd have patched that up by now. A sorry state the Empire's in.
Wait. You don't mean...
Aye. My little game of hide-and-seek with Bahamut ended here. At tragic cost to this remarkable architecture. Don't blame me, he started it.
But how did he make it out alive?
I walked. You should try it.
Man, Cid is being very endearing. Which is likely a bad thing. Usually when things are endearing like that, it's because they're about to die. The Path of the Goddess. Alright, given that we are in a brand new location, the Path of the Goddess seems like a perfect name for the next episode. I am going to go ahead and split things here. So, thanks for watching everybody. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, leave a like and a comment. If you want to support the cause and help improve the channel, as always, there's a tip link in the description below. Otherwise, stay tuned and I'll see you soon with more Final Fantasy. Take care everybody, have a great day.